Do you have that one relative that even with DNA evidence and paperwork in your hand, you still don't believe you're related? For me, it's my Aunt Betty. And the situations she gets me into is I could write a book. For today's Aunt Betty adventure, we go to the doctor. So Aunt Betty calls me last night and says she has a doctor's appointment for today, and she sounds really concerned. So I asked her, I said, Aunt Betty, what's wrong? And she won't tell me. She said, listen, I don't want to talk about it. We just need to go to the doctor tomorrow. I need checked out. So I don't push the issue, and I pick her up this morning to take her to the doctor. So I pick her up this morning, take her to the doctor, and of course, go through the usual, fill out the paperwork, wait in the waiting room, and sit around all these people coughing and hacking, just being right down disgusting. So eventually we get called into the room, and I just look at Aunt Betty, and I know she is worried plumb to death. It is written all over her face, but yet she will not tell me what's going on. So the doctor comes in, checks her vitals, her blood pressure's up a little bit, but nothing crazy, and sits down and says, Betty, what brings you in today? And that is when Betty reaches her tipping point. She puts her head down and starts welling up with tears, and a tear just slowly rolls down her cheek. As she wipes away that tear, she goes, Doc, I think I have cancer. And the doctor, to his credit, Betty's been going to this doctor for over 30 years, so he has been right on top of Betty's medical records. He goes, Betty, what makes you think you have cancer? And at this point, she just loses it. She goes, I was watching the news last night, and they did an interview with this guy that had testicular cancer, and then they was telling us the symptoms, and I've had those symptoms for the last 2 weeks. At this point, I'm almost biting a hole in my cheek from trying not to laugh. And how in the world Aunt Betty's doctor stayed professional in this? Hats off to you, sir. It is well deserved. Now, I know it's 2025, and you can treat your body like a car, and you can drop it off at the body shop and get any modifications you want. But thankfully, since this doctor's been doctoring Aunt Betty for the last 30 years, he knows that she's running all OEM stock equipment. And on top of that, he knows Aunt Betty likes to get creative with her symptoms. So he grabs hold of Aunt Betty's hand and says, Miss Betty, I don't think that you have cancer, or at least not that type of cancer. So she goes, I don't? He said, no, ma'am, I believe you have a mild case of hypochondria, but I think we're going to be okay. So she immediately whips her heads up and goes, I know where I caught it. I know where I caught it. Joey took me to Walmart the other day, and this woman behind us in line had these 3 little kids. They was coughing and hacking and blowing hypochondria all over the place. So now she starts worrying on how we treat hypochondria. Is it a pill? Is it medicine? Is it therapy? Is it surgery? What do we do to cure this hypochondria? So her doctor looks at her and goes, Miss Betty, you're in luck. I'm going to prescribe you a blood pressure pill since your blood pressure's been up a little bit, but this is a special blood pressure pill that's not only going to treat your blood pressure, but it'll help the hypochondria as well. So now Aunt Betty is on a blood pressure / hypochondria pill and has a follow-up appointment in 6 months to see how the progress is going. So if anybody's interested in taking Aunt Betty, please let me know.